Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Kent Lutzen. This summer, hundreds of people were living in the woods fighting Montana's worst fire season in decades. Now that the fires are out, what happens in those forests? MTN's Chet Lehman went on special assignment to the Myers Fire near Phillipsburg to see that the work to rehab Montana's forest actually began before the flames were out.
This was the Myers Fire southwest of Phillipsburg in August. And then 2 months later, while work was ongoing fighting this 62,000-acre fire, so was the rehab work. They go hand in hand.
Part of the whole other end of fire suppression is all the damage that we do and all the activity that we do in the woods, in and around private property or just on our own agency ground. We try to go back in and fix it.
Rehabbing after the fire actually comes in 3 phases.
Anything that was directly related to suppression actions of the fire. So again, where we have put in some clipper lines or some fuel breaks, the folks behind me would be putting in some fencing to just to limit travel off the road and protect some wet areas down below. So that would be that first phase.
Here on the Myers, 15 miles of dozer lines, 3.5 miles of hand lines, 7 miles of fuel breaks, and 101 log decks to sell. Phase 2, working where the fire actually burned, reseeding, erosion control, road and trail maintenance. The Myers Fire claimed 15 bridges in the Pintler Wilderness, and hundreds of trees are now blocking miles of trails.
We've had a crew in there working hard, trying to get some of that opened up and get ahead of the game for next year so that hopefully it isn't closed for a millennium, that it's actually gets opened within 2 to 3 years.
Phase 3 is the long-term work required because the landscape has been changed by the fire. That will go on for years.
As a local person on this district that will be dealing with this for quite some time, it's interesting to see how, an event or this fire incident that's been going on for months and months has evolved and changed, and all the effort that folks have put into getting it squared away.
Then a final thing that probably is in our rehab would be just the end product, and that's blading and grading the road to make it still accessible and still usable for the next event.
Almost 58 miles of those roads here on the Myers. While the fire may be out, the work has just begun. On special assignment southwest of Phillipsburg on the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest. Chet Lehman, MTN News.
Switching gears to weather, you might have to hold out until the second half of the upcoming work week for some more snowfall. Let's go to meteorologist Russ Thomas for more. Russ.
Yeah, that's right. I think we may get a very quick shot of snow in some of the higher elevations late Monday, early Tuesday, but we're talking a very brief window. And then, yes, I think for the bulk of it, we are going to have to wait till later in the week. Satellite and radar image do see some breaks in the clouds. Now, this is going to be interesting because if we can hold on to those clear skies, I think tomorrow morning, those areas that are going to wake up with patchy, dense fog, Missoula Valley, Flathead Valley, Mission Valley included in that. And it could be pretty dense again in some spots. Now, here's what we've got as far as our temperatures go around the state right now. 27 Kalispell, 32 in Missoula, 23 in Butte, chilly there as usual, 29 degrees in Bozeman. Coming up, we'll have a look at your forecast for the upcoming work week.
Thanks, Russ. As snow starts to fall across Montana, people are gearing up for ski and snowboard season. The Safety on Snow Fair was held at Big Sky High School over the last 2 days in Missoula. On Saturday, folks brought in gear and apparel they wished to sell, and earlier today, people rushed to buy it. Last year, 95 people registered to sell items, and this year, they had almost 250 people registered by Friday. All items checked are to make sure they meet safety standards. If they don't, then the volunteers offer to dispose of them, so they're taken off the market. There's a line of people out the door, all waiting to buy their items. According to the event coordinator, over 900 people came through the door when they opened on Sunday morning. With new gear being expensive and out of reach for many Montana families, this fair provides people with a way to begin or continue to participate in the sports they love.
It allows a family with several children to get into the sport at a reasonable expense. And then it allows them to recycle their equipment when their kids outgrow it. I know when our son was growing up, he recycled his boots, skis, and poles almost every year.
Next year is their 50th anniversary, and to shake things up, they will be attempting to host a vintage section of clothes and gear for all ages. It was an opening weekend for the record books at Great Divide Ski Resort. Saturday was the ski area's earliest opening day in 68 years. MTN's Lindsay Ford stopped by the mountain today and heard from excited skiers and snowboarders.
A total of 1,100 skiers and snowboarders showed up to the Great Divide Ski Resort Saturday to be the first ones to test out the fresh powder. Jake Wenzel, who's been skiing since he was 3 years old, said riding the Good Luck chairlift never gets old.
Good day, definitely good day. I liked sleeping in a lot. That was good. We got to ride that chairlift, which is super fun. And it's just a nice, relaxing, like slow chair, family style, like ski area. You gotta love it.
60 acres out of the 1,200-acre resort is open. That includes the Good Luck chairlift, accessing the Good Luck Run to Broadway, and the family-friendly Cub Run to Sunnyside and Broadway.
Today's just been a little bit quieter, but really fun because shorter lift lines, awesome snow conditions, fun park features, and yeah, just like good atmosphere in the lodge, in the bar, and on the deck.
Snowboarder Papu Ricon said he enjoyed skinning up the mountain.
I went up there yesterday morning and I'm about to head up again right now. Great snow conditions on the upper mountain also. Really good start to the season.
Kalia Gomes said her favorite part of the day was skiing with her little brother Zephyr.
Sometimes if you have really good powder skis, you can like float on top of the powder.
Eric Gomes, Director of Communications at the Great Divide, said his team is happy to see customers enjoy this unique weekend.
We have a dedicated and enthusiastic skiing community in Helena, and everybody was excited to be up here joining us on the early open.
Shout out to the Great Divide for opening early. It's been super fun. And shout out to all the snow and Mother Nature.
In Marysville, Lindsay Ford, MTN News.
Flannels, plaid, and down jackets filled the Denison Theater as hundreds of outdoor enthusiasts came to enjoy the 27th annual tour of the Banff Mountain Film Festival. The event showed around 130 minutes of the collection of 32 films licensed for the tour. The festival is a collection of films ranging from short ski edits to longer documentary-style films. Submitted and aired in Canada, the University of Montana Outdoor Program and Trailhead Outdoor Supply have hosted the event for the past 26 years, and Trailhead owner Todd Frank says he's happy to see familiar faces every showing.
Well, you know, it certainly has been a community event since the beginning, and I think, you know, the way that we benefit from it is we get to come and enjoy it. And, you know, I stand up and talk to the crowd before it starts, and, you know, it's my friends and customers that are here. And so in that sense, it's our tribe, it's our culture, you know, it's who we are as a store. It represents a lot of what we do. So, you know, in that sense, it's a super important event for us to be involved in.
Under the Big Sky is brought to you by Mattress Firm.
Under the Big Sky returns to a modest workshop in the Paradise Valley where Jason Cajun crafts beautiful drift boats. Despite their appearance, Cajun insists that these boats are not meant to simply be looked at and admired.
Over the years, drift boats have become our main boat that we build. We will do other boats, canoes, kayaks, but the drift boat is sort of the mainstay of the business. It's a very simple hull, flat bottom, flat sides. I will try and bring in some kind of design aesthetic. I think it brings a little different element to what is typically looked at as strictly a workboat. Everybody comes up and says the same thing. Wow, I'd never want to get that boat wet. Gee, that boat is so pretty, I wouldn't want to use it. The flip side of that is that we build the boats really, really tough and really, really durable. We use a lot of composites, a lot of Kevlar, carbon fiber. The whole bottom of the boat is as strong as, if not stronger than, any production drift boat. These boats need to be hitting rocks all day long. I mean, you can't take a boat out and not expect to hit rocks. Even though they look delicate and they look shiny and nice, they're meant to be used. And so I just tell people, hey, don't worry about it, get out there and use it. There's a lot of different kinds of boats out there that I don't want to compete with. I'm more than content to say, you know what, I'm really good at this one type of boat. And it's something that really stands out nicely, and it works really well out here on our western rivers.
Tune in weekly during the 10 p.m. news, Monday, Montana This Morning, and Noon News for more special news features of Under the Big Sky. Stick around because after the break, meteorologist Russ Thomas will be in with a look at the upcoming work week's forecast. Stay tuned.